Hello girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, pipe smokers, pipe lovers, welcome to this channel. I'm Daniel Mustran, I'm pipe maker from Croatia. Today I'm smoking 3 nonce red label, Love and Hate. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I don't know. Anyway, it was a crazy week. First, my drill press broke, and in this corona kind of thing, it's not very easy to fix it, but we did it temporarily, and right now we are waiting for the parts to arrive. So I think that we will be able to fix it properly. Next, I had some repairs back home, and then today you cannot see it, but it's here. Dust collector broke. So officially now I'm without a dust collector. That's why I have, probably you see it, so much dust on my head. No fun at all. Anyway, I was seriously thinking if I should make this video or not, and if I should remove the last video that I uploaded related salt and alcohol cleaning method. Why is so? Because what I didn't know, there are so many pipe smokers that are using salt and alcohol and that they don't have an issue with it. However, there are also a lot of pipe smokers that are using cotton balls and alcohol, because it seems that there are some reports that salt and alcohol method cracked balls. I don't know. I have been searching through internet to find those cases, to find pictures, to find some evidence of it, but I haven't found it. So it is a word of good friends that try to help to get me to use cotton balls instead of salt. And I believe them. So I tried last weekend. I tried cotton balls and alcohol. You will see the process towards the end of this video. But I have few remarks to tell before you see how I did it. Basically, the process is pretty much the same as salt and alcohol, and I can see why some people like it better than salt and alcohol. Salt, when you soak it and when it dries, it turns into a hard kind of mix that it's hard, you know, it's like, it's not soft, it doesn't breathe, it's like hard. So you need to crack it in order to remove salt, and there is also residue of some salt inside the chamber, which is a little bit heavier to remove. But if you wait for a day or two until your ball is completely dry, you will remove it without a problem. Cotton balls, if you use them, they will stay kind of soft because they will not harden. When dry, they will still be like cotton balls, only dirtier. So I can see why some people like to use cotton balls. However, my experience is that salt and alcohol actually removed a lot more of dirt and tars and everything else from my dirty chambers, and it felt to me that pipes are cleaner after using salt and alcohol. So, in my personal opinion, I think that I will continue using salt and alcohol, but with some remarks. What you have seen in the video with the salt and alcohol method, I was using homemade brandy, and that was the first time I used it actually. Normally I'm using 96% alcohol or higher percentage alcohol, simply because I want to have dry chamber, dry salt after a day, which is great if you are using high proof, very high proof alcohol. That one will evaporate, dry out, and you can clean it after a day. I mean the salt from the chamber. If you are using brandy, first it will leave a little bit of taste of that brandy inside your chamber, but what's most important and what you don't want to have is that brandy is not very high proof and it will need a lot longer to evaporate. So that, in my opinion, releases a lot more stress on your wood if your wood is soaked in alcohol for a long time, like for 2 or 3 days. I doubt that is fun for alcohol, no, for your balls. Aside from that, if you are using lower percentage alcohol, like brandy or whiskey or whatever, you can use vodka if you don't want to have any taste of that brandy or whatever liquid inside your chamber. But if your alcohol is like 50, 45, 50% alcohol, you might get a problem of salt dissolving in that alcohol, in that liquid. Why? Because it does have a lot of water actually inside that alcohol. So for certainly a lot more than 96% or 99% of alcohol, So if you are using salt and alcohol, and also if you are using cotton balls, my opinion would be that it is better actually to try and use ethylene alcohol that is 96 to 99 or whatever percent. The higher the better, in my opinion, because it will, at least 96%, because it will evaporate sooner and it will do the job. So there is something to think about. Regarding cotton balls, I had some trouble removing them from chambers. Those tiny fibers like to stick to your walls, and it's trouble to remove that. With salt you don't have that trouble. You just remove it, and that residue of salt that is in the chamber still, you leave the chambers to dry completely, and then you use a dry pipe cleaner and just remove that salt. So it's not a trouble at all. At least not for me. But I did have trouble with cleaning my bowls from the fibers. When you remove the main body of the cotton ball, you are left with some fibers and a lot of it sticking like a spider web inside your chambers, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all, because I'm not sure even now that I don't have some of those, and I think that they will impart the taste a lot more if they are in there when you are smoking. So I don't like it. So in reality, all this is my opinion, and you are welcome to use whatever method you want. But in my case, if I'm having a really nasty, dirty pipe that you want to clean, I would go for salt and alcohol method, and I will be really careful to use coarse, kosher salt or sea salt without iodine. And I would be really careful to use at least 96% of alcohol, not less, so that it evaporates faster and it does the job the same. So that's my opinion. Anyway, I know that some of you will disagree with me. I know this is a heated kind of topic, and that there are two, like I said, two opposing opinions. This is only my opinion, and you are welcome to do as you think you should do, okay? So without further ado, enjoy the rest of the video how I did my cleaning. I will enjoy my pipe, and hopefully I will not break anything else in this workshop or at home, because I don't like doing that. Anyway, have fun, girls and boys. Cheers. So these are the 4 candidates for today's cleaning. You basically use a cotton ball, stuff it inside like you would do with your tobacco, watching that the same thing as with salt method, you don't have them right on the rim, the balls, but that you have them a little bit lower than the rim of your pipe. And you proceed with others. If the balls are a little bit bigger, remove some. You don't have to use the whole thing. A good thing with cotton balls is that they will not expand and harden as salt will. So these are always a little bit, how to say, soft, and salt will harden when it dries. So that is a positive thing why you should maybe consider using cotton balls. Ooh, this one is a bit bigger. But as I said, I never had problems with coarse salt, and I'm curious how this method is working, simply because I like to try new things, and if something proves better, why not use it, you know? So in this cleaning I will use this little thing. I forgot my glass, you know, how to call it, pump to administrate the alcohol, so I will use this. It will work, I think. And also right now I will use 96% ethyl alcohol. I will not use brandy as I did for the salt, because I didn't like how it behaved. I have not enough alcohol here. Okay, I know what I will do. Put a little bit here. And let's do the same thing as we did with salt. Soak the pipes, the cotton with alcohol until you see that your cotton balls are actually moist. Yeah, I will do that. And let's use this. Okay, so the next one. Maybe I will need a little bit more. Yeah, that's enough. A little bit more. I don't have more. Okay. Oops! If this happens, be fast and remove. That is why I like this thing, the glass thing that I use in salt method, because with those injections there is always a risk that they might splash a little bit, like you just saw. And with the rubbery tip, actually the other end, you don't have that problem. Okay. See? This might happen, but you don't want that, because it splashes alcohol all over. Anyway, a little bit more and I think I'm done. Just that what I have here. Yeah. Hello girls and boys, this is the second day, actually the third day of cleaning my pipes using cotton balls and alcohol, and simply because I didn't have time to dropped by at the workshop yesterday and I put cotton balls and alcohol 2 days ago, so today it's actually the third day. Anyway, as you can see, the cotton balls are also kind of brownish, not maybe as much brown as I would expect from... Oh, that will be a nightmare. See this? This will be a nightmare to clean. Okay. Because it is sticking to the walls. Oh, brother. This will be a nightmare to clean. See, it's... yeah, you cannot see it. It's still inside. And I'm trying to remove it with tweezers. So, as I was saying, the salt and alcohol method was working for me for years. Never had troubles with it. Oh, I know what I will do. Just a sec. Cleaning those pipes from cotton residue is a nightmare, let me tell you. I'm not too happy. With salt, you just, scratch it a little bit, toss it out, and you're done, more or less. I'm not saying that the salt method is better, but I'm just saying that I'm not too happy to clean those pipes with cotton balls. From cotton balls. Okay, they are reasonably clean now. And this one I still cannot clean for some reason. This one has a thick cake, rough cake. Maybe I will need to sand it a little bit, the cake. You see? And that is a nightmare to clean. Oh, brother. Salt is definitely easier. Number 3. Yeah. Ah, you nasty little thing. Yeah, I think that this one will need to be sanded or something. Anyway, this is what I collected, and a little bit aside. So, my conclusion after trying cotton balls method and after being with salt and alcohol for years, I'm not too happy with cotton balls, I have to say. As I said previously, never had trouble with 96% alcohol and coarse salt, sea salt or kosher salt. I don't know, you know. It seems to me that cotton balls are close to as effective as salt, but they are a nightmare to clean. And from talking with several guys that are using salt and cotton, they do tell me that salt seems to clean pipes better, although there is a risk that you might crack the balls if you are using salt and alcohol method. I don't know, I never had a trouble with it, and there were guys, numerous guys, using salt and alcohol for years, even for their lifetime, because they didn't know nothing better. I haven't heard balls to crack from using salt. First word was few days ago after I published my video about using salt and alcohol. So maybe there is something in there, maybe it isn't. And this video actually released almost a small war of opinions for salt and alcohol method and for cotton balls method and vice versa. I don't know. I think that I will stick to salt, but that is my personal opinion. And yes, I have been warned, if something cracks, it's my own guilt. I doubt it will, because as I said, I have been using it, and as long as I'm with 96%, I think I'm good. And yeah, until the next video, have fun guys, and bye bye. Stay safe.